Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Pearson and I'm here to read you a story today. I know that we're not at school, but I miss you and I'm thinking of you and I wanted to read you a story. The story that I want to read you is called Robert and the Rose Horse by Joan Heilbronner and illustrated by P.D. Eastman. Mr. Pearson's watching. So it's making me nervous. Are you gonna stay, Mr. Pearson? Okay. Robert was a happy little horse and he lived on a farm. He lived with his mother and his father. One day Robert had a party and it was his birthday. All of his farm friends came to the party. The rooster, the pig, the goat, the cat, and the dog. They had a big cake that said, "Happy birthday, Robert," said all of his friends. "Happy birthday to you." There they are at the table. The cake was very, very pretty. It had big red roses all around it, and Robert liked those red roses. He put his nose right into one and he took a very big sniff. There he is. Then Robert got a funny feeling. His eyes began to itch and his nose began to itch. And then, I think you know what's going to happen. Kerchoo! Oh my goodness. Robert sneezed, and what a sneeze. Up went his farm friends, up went the cake, up went the roses, and Robert fell down flat. He made a big mess. His mother called the doctor, and the doctor looked at Robert. "Say aw," said the doctor. "Aw," said Robert. "Aha," said the doctor. "I know what made him sneeze." You can look at the picture. I'm wondering if you can think of what made Robert sneeze. Give you a hint there. "I know I am right," said the doctor. "You will see. Here, Robert, take a little sniff." See, the doctor's putting the roses in the vase up to his nose. Robert put his nose into those roses and he took a little sniff. Again, his nose began to itch and his eyes began to itch. Uh-oh. Kerchoo went Robert. Bang went the window. Bang went the door. Up went the roses. And the doctor fell down flat. Oh my goodness. He's probably not happy about that. "I was right," said the doctor. "Roses are very, very bad for you. There are so many roses on this farm. You must get away from them and you must go to the city." So Robert had to go. "Goodbye," he said to his mother and his father. "I will be all right in the city. I will find work and I will find me a job." I think his mom and dad were probably sad that he had to leave the farm and go to the city. Robert did find a job in the city. He went to work for a milkman. He took the milkman in his wagon all around the city. There he is right there. It was a good job and Robert was very happy. Robert liked this kind of job. Then one day a man walked right next to Robert. The man had a flower in his coat, and the flower in his coat was a rose. See, there's Robert. There's the man with the rose in his coat. A rose right underneath his nose. Robert got that funny feeling again. His nose began to itch. His eyes began to itch. And what do you think? Kerchoo went Robert. Crash went the wagon. Splash went the milk. Up went the milkman. And the man with the rose fell down flat. "Go away," the milkman told Robert. "You cannot work for me anymore." Here's the poor man on the ground. So Robert began to look for work again. It was hard for a horse to find a job. He looked for many, many days. This sign says, "Horse wanted." I wonder if he's going to find a job there. See, they're all walking the horses. One day he saw some horses. They had people on them. "Say, I could do work like that," said Robert. "I will ask them for a job." So Robert went to the door and a man came out. "You look like a good horse," the man told Robert. He held up the sign that said, "Horse wanted." "You can work for me, but you have to work hard. You will have to do everything you are told." So Robert went to work. He did just as he was told. When he was told to go slow, he went slow. And when he was told to go fast, he went really fast. Robert did everything he was told. "I kind of like this work," Robert said, "and I am going to keep this job." Then one day he took a woman for a ride. Everything was going well, but all at once, here's a big cart of flowers and they're all roses. "Look," the woman said, "look at all those pretty roses. I want those roses. Robert, take me over there at once." I wonder what Robert's thinking. What could Robert do? He had to do as he was told. And he took the woman over to the roses. There's the lady and she's, oh, poor Robert's getting his nose in the roses. Again, he got that funny feeling. His nose began to itch, his eyes began to itch, and you can say it with me, boys and girls. Kerchoo went Robert. Away went the wagon, away went the flowers, up went the woman, and the flower man fell down flat. Once more, Robert was out of a job. Robert had to look for work again. He looked and he looked. Fathers had work and mothers had work and everyone had some kind of work. But there were not many jobs for a horse. Poor Robert. Robert walked and he walked and he looked and he looked. And then at last, Robert saw something. There he is walking along. He saw a job that he could do. He could be a police horse. The sign says, "Join now and be a police horse." "I will go in and I will ask for the job," he said. I think he was determined. When Robert came out, he was a police horse. It says police station. There he's out, comes out of the police station. Here he's where it says cross here, so he's helping a little boy. He was a good police horse. He did all kinds of police work. Oh, here come the kitty cats across the street. He's letting them come. Ooh, there's a bank. It looks like there's some bank robbers that are going in there. Here's a mom with her little boy and a kitty cat. And he's letting people walk across the street. One day, Robert worked on Bank Street. Some men came down the street. 3 men. One of them had a black bag and he went into the bank. Robert, he did not see them. See, they're behind Robert. He's doing a good thing and they're behind him. Uh-oh. Then, all at once, someone called out, "Help! Police! Help!" Robert looked around. He saw the 3 men. They were robbers. They were bank robbers. Ooh, they don't look very nice. The robbers ran right at Robert. They ran right over him, and away they went. Uh-oh, Poor Robert. Robert got up fast. He had to stop those robbers, but how could he do it? How could he do it? He did not know. And then Robert saw a rose. It was not a big rose, but it was a rose. Robert began to think. He began to think really fast. Robert went over to that rose. He put his nose right into that rose. He took a big sniff and then another big sniff, and he began to get that old funny feeling. His eyes began to itch. His nose began to itch. Then what do you think happened, boys and girls? He sneezed and he said, "Kerchoo!" Never was there a sneeze like that one. Away went the cats, away went the hats, up went the dogs, down came the birds, bang went the guns, up went the black bag, and the robbers fell down flat. Hooray, hooray, hooray for Robert, everyone yelled. The bankman was happy, the policeman was happy, everyone was happy. Robert had stopped the robbers. He had sneezed the robbers flat down. There he is. The bank robbers have to go in the police van. The next day there was a big party, and it was all for Robert. His mother and his father came. His farm friends came. The doctor came. And all the policemen came too. Then one of them got up. "Robert," he said, "I have something for you." See all the policemen sitting at the tables? "Roses," yelled the doctor. "Hold on to your hats. Here comes a sneeze. Robert will sneeze us all to Chicago." So he was putting that around Robert's neck. It says, "Thank you, Robert." They were really proud of him for getting those bank robbers, but the doctor's a little worried. Robert took a little sniff. His nose did not itch. His eyes did not itch. And then Robert took a big, big sniff. He did not even get that funny feeling. That big kerchoo had done it. Robert at last was all sneezed out. And roses never, ever made Robert sneeze again. The end. I am happy that I got to share this story with you, and I will be bringing more videos to you each week. Love you all and miss you. Bye-bye from Mrs. Pearson.